Explain to me real quick what this new device does.
All right, so right now we have the inverter on, which allows us to run the microwave, all the TVs, bed-based receps, and everything that's on the GFI circuit. So you can make coffee and whatnot, use a hair dryer in the bathroom.
All of the outlets, all the TVs, the microwave, but not the air conditioners, right?
Correct. The air conditioners.
So we're not plugged in right now.
Right.
And we're inverting. Batteries are at 12.8 volts. Do you want to turn the microwave on? All right, so it took a big dip. Now we're down to 145 amps. What does that mean? 145
That's the amount of current that the inverter's drawing from the batteries right now.
So let's go over here and see this thing. And the microwave is running. The TVs are on.
Refrigerator's going.
Refrigerator's going. Anything else?
Well, like I said, the GFI circuit works, so anything by your kitchen base or your bathroom, so you can run a hairdryer. Clearly, you couldn't do it at the same time as the microwave, but you know it runs a high amperage appliance. You got hot water to make your coffee right there. All off invert.
Can I stick my finger in? Ah, geez, it is hot.
So,
all right, so this is interesting. Thank you.
Start the generator from this panel by hitting Control, and you go to Gen Control and turn that to on. And shortly after, it says generator warm up.
So that's like a prime cycle?
Yep, so it's priming everything. You don't even have to set and hold the button. It does it all on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your design?
And there it fired.
There's
okay, so now, in a second, this voltage should jump up here, correct?
Yeah, well, this light, it takes a little bit. Everything's got to warm up, and then the charger will fire up, and this light will start flashing, then it'll turn on, and you'll see the voltage ramp up. So currently, the generator hasn't kicked fully on yet, so it takes a little while.
There, the AC's just started. So this Magnum device is controlling the battery charging, generator, everything is flowing through this device.
Correct.
So what does this 0 amps mean? Is that the current draw?
That's the current charge rate, because it's not charging yet.
And so when it's inverting power, the inversion light will come on.
Correct.
Charging, which it's not doing yet, that would come on. And if it's shore power, the power light would come on, is that?
Yeah.
Very cool. Oh, it looks like the charging lights have gone on, John. Tell me about what we're seeing.
So
here.
now, since the batteries are fully charged, it's just float charging. It's just maintaining the batteries at this point. So right now, it's charging at 60 amps, and it's going to go down, and it's just going to adjust its charge rate depending on load off the batteries.
And these are AGM batteries?
These are just regular flooded batteries, but the Magnum inverter is capable of lithium battery charging and up to 200 amps, so you can put a really nice sized battery bank on that side with having to add the DC to DC converter for the alternator, which would be an optional thing later on.
All right, so this is the main screen right here. I want to turn my generator on.
Push Control.
Push Control.
Now turn the knob until you see generator control or gen control.
Gen Control and push this, right?
Push select. Yep.
Which is the select button.
And then turn it to on.
Turn it to on.
And push select again.
And then
you can push meter to go back to the main screen, and it'll tell you gen warm up.
Okay.
It's going through its cycle to start.
Okay, gen warm, because it's priming or whatever. Because this is a big diesel generator.
It's a diesel generator, so it's heating up the glow plugs.
Okay.
It'll do that for 60 seconds. And then
and it just fired. Now we're generating, and then it takes another couple seconds.
Yeah, it takes a time for the generator transfer switch to kick over.
Okay, but I'm done with this now.
Yep.
So I want to turn this off. So I press Control.
Yep.
And then I go to Gen Control.
Yep.
Press it and off, right? I got to go back to off. And that turned the generator off. Now, how do I turn the inverter on?
You just push the invert on-off button right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh, microwave just came on or something came on.
That's
Refrigerator. Okay. And is there anything else that we need to know about this? How about auto gen start?
Okay, so the auto gen start, we'll go ahead and turn the inverter back off.
Okay.
We go into You could go into the setup here, and this is where you can set the parameters for the AGS. So AutoGen start setup. So you can set the run voltage. So when it dips down to 11.5, this is what the setting is. So it dips down to 11.5 volts. It'll go up to 14.4 and it'll shut back down.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your battery voltage. You can set the runtime automatically where it just runs for an hour or two. You can set this to automatically start and run and maintain the batteries over the winter. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. So if you go to Gen Run Temp, there's a temperature sensor that we put in the thermostat. So right now it's set to 65 degrees. It's about 69 in here. So that's just the setup. So now if we go back to control and we go to Gen Control, we set that to auto. Go back to the main screen. So see, Gen's warming up because it's set to start the generator at 65 degrees. So that's gonna go ahead
And you could set it both ways. So
Yeah,
if
you
it goes
could set
above
it-
a certain temperature too.
Yep, you can set it to whatever temperature. So if you want it to start
Ooh,
when
fire
it's when it gets to, let's say, 65 degrees in the coach,
Okay.
it'll start at 65 degrees. You can set it to 80 degrees, so it starts when it reaches 80 degrees.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
just like that, that's the AutoGen. It's that
Now,
simple.
do you have to do anything with the ignition
No.
for AutoGen start?
Nope.
Okay. Very good.